Remember this much. Social Security has three main sources of income. The biggest source by far, without a shadow of a doubt, is payroll taxes. Okay, remember, on every dollar that is earned, up to the maximum taxable earnings cap right now in 2026 is $184,500. Every dollar that is earned is taxed at 12.4%. 6.2% is paid by the employee, 6.2% is paid by the employer, or if somebody is self-employed, they pay all of it, 12.4%. In other words, 12.4 cents out of every $1 that is earned goes to Social Security, okay? That's trillions of dollars per year. It's actually, okay, let me say that again. It's not trillions of dollars. It's about $1.5 trillion a year that Social Security brings in through Social Security payroll taxes. In other words, when people are working and earning an income through their checks or distributions or whatever it happens to be, their money that comes to them, their income, that 12.4% tax is applied to every dollar, okay? That money is coming into Social Security, and ultimately what happens is the money comes into Social Security, and it is paid out right away to the beneficiaries in the form of monthly benefits. Amazing. About $1.5 trillion a year is brought in through payroll taxes. The other sources of income that Social Security has are minor. They're very minimal compared to that huge one right there, but it's also taxation of Social Security benefits and also interest on the money in the trust fund. Those are very minimal. Between the two of them, they bring in about $120 billion a year, which is, I mean, don't get me wrong, $120 billion to you and me is a ton of money. That'd be really fun. We'd have a really good life with $120 billion, okay? But for Social Security, that's only about 1 month's worth of benefit, the $120 billion that they bring in because of those other two sources, okay? So you can obviously see the bulk, about $1.5 trillion that comes in through payroll taxes, is by far, without a shadow of a doubt, the biggest source of income for Social Security. Now, here is how a major recession impacts Social Security, honestly, in a pretty negative way. Here's what it comes down to. Accompanying a recession is also massive unemployment, okay? That is like one of the hallmarks of a major recession is spiking unemployment, okay? So as of right now, unemployment is sitting right around, call it 4.3%, give or take a little bit, okay? It's not high, it's not low, it's just kind of in the middle. It's in the middle. It's not bad, okay? 4.3%, give or take a little. It's oscillating all the time. But with a major recession, generally we see unemployment spike quite a bit. We could easily see unemployment go to 7 or 8 or 9 or 10% easily without that much effort. And here's the problem. If unemployment were to double from, say, 4.3%, what it is right now, to, say, 8.6%, which would be doubling of the unemployment, that would be tens of millions of people additionally that would be unemployed. Well, guess what? What happens when we see millions and millions and millions more people unemployed? What are those millions of people not doing? Well, they're not doing a lot of things. Number one, they're not working. Number two, they're not bringing in an income. Number three, they're not paying in anything into Social Security, the trust fund through payroll taxes. That translates into billions and billions of dollars that is not going into Social Security through those payroll taxes, and that means less money available to go out to beneficiaries. Does that make sense? Okay, so remember, as of right now, the Social Security Trust Fund, give or take a little bit, has about $2.5 trillion in it. Okay, that $2.5 trillion will be totally gone in about 5.5 to 6 years, give or take a little bit, early 2030s. So again, 5.5, 6 years. That money will be totally gone. $2.5 trillion vaporized in about 6 years, okay? That money's going to be totally gone. But if we go into a big, nasty recession, which, to be fair with you, in the next 5 years, 6 years, we will certainly go into a big, nasty recession. It's almost inevitable. It's almost unavoidable at this point because that's just the natural ebb and flow of the economy. The natural ebb and flow of business and economic cycles is that we go through major growth cycles and we go through stagnation and we also go through major recessionary